What a way to start the day up at Stobo Castle. Got an 18-kilometre route that I am doing. Very much looking forward to seeing the scenery, because so far the scenes, they are scening. So I am finally at a point where I don't really feel like I'm chasing being somewhere with my runs. I feel as though after doing the ultra, I've got back to the fitness level that I was at before that, and now it just feels like I'm doing what it is that I set out to do in the beginning. Now, in the beginning, all I wanted to do was just go explore new places. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. But I definitely got caught up in race prep, and it all just became very, I don't know how to word this really, but I just got so involved in have to do this run this day, have to go this distance, just really to the point. And albeit it was great, it worked out well, I just really lost track of why I started doing this in the first place. So now it feels really good to be putting all the training to good use and just seeing these amazing places. It's definitely been a very nice switch in my head, and it just takes off a lot of pressure. I still want to do well, still train properly, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of pressure that's off me, because if I'm short or over by a kilometre, it's like, well, who cares? And I know you might be thinking, well, who cares anyway? Well, I did. The point I'm making, today is a good day just because. What is this? Why is it raised? I'm going to assume to do with water box joint. I'm going to assume electric. Why is it raised up like that? Is it plastic? Is it cast? Plastic. Why is that? What is that? Wish I knew more about stuff. Point in case, I don't know how to word the stuff words. Yeah, I wish I knew more things. Not just that little thing in particular, but as a whole, just why are things places that they are? The wording is going well today. Hello. So I felt so awkward about that. In my head I was going to go do the ba, but trying to steer clear of the autistic ba's every single time I see a sheep. Anyways, the views are viewing, the scenes are scening. That, I don't know if you can, I'm pointing at it, if I am. Great camera work, Douglas. Thanks, Douglas. Is the River Tweed. Lovely. Ah. The sheep are evolving. They're curious. Why is there a caravan there? You can't see it. Good detailing, Douglas. Yep. Nailed it. That is Vain Law. Oh, there's a fucking... Look at the bastard there. I'm just picturing David Attenborough doing that. Jesus Christ. Vain Law. I've been looking on OS Maps to try and figure out what the lines mean on the map to my eyes. Don't know how to word this better. I want to try and keep it as simple as possible by complicating it, by not saying the right words. That is way too steep for me to run up. I looked at OS Maps, agreed. Good to know. I want to keep doing that more and more so that I can just tell by looking at a map what I can and can't run up. So I saw on maps, there's a disused railway. I'm going to assume this is it. Well. And railway line. I like to think about it sounded like I was powering down there. I just like to think about that operating, the amount of life that would be going along it on a day-to-day basis. Wouldn't be life going along it. I can assume there has to be a train driver. But hey, I wonder what went along it, who, what, when and why. Well, good, good shots, Douglas. What a cool bit. Baby coos that you couldn't see because it was too blurry. Speak to James' agent. It just looks like an Airbnb, to be fair, but it's pretty cool. Who lives in a house like this? Curious what's along there. Good, more camera work. Silly Billy me looked at the map and figured, oh, I'll just keep following the road round, I'll end up at Broughton. It's fine. Wrong. Turns out the railway that I was standing on, I was supposed to go along that, follow that round the base of the hill. The road that I'm currently on takes me to somewhere else. So, back I go. Take two. Hooray! I'm on the road again. We are taking a detour up this hill to a fort and settlement. I'm curious, I should be going along that line of trees, but this just takes us to an adjacent road. But we'll get to go up this hill and see a fort and or settlement. There's something about this tree that makes me think about people in the days of old just getting really high on psychedelics. I had no idea what they were. Just what a place to be. What a place. Oh, there's cows. There's been a few bulls. Okay, I've shat out of it. I'm not going to the fort and or settlement because there are cows there. Fine, but it seems like there's a lot of calves kicking about. Don't know if there's any protective mums. And also, I've seen three bulls, so no bueno. I do not fancy getting a new PR just because I am running for my life. You have bested me cows. That's not cows, that's a telegraph pole. You have bested me cows for another day. Ah, what is this? Hopefully my description will paint a picture here. So the smaller slopes on the left hand side, they go behind this central hill. I'll be going up there, and then the hill that has the cloud on top, I shall be up there. See map for details. Did not trust this bridge. Check this out. Wow. I now feel like this run is just becoming an adventure all of a sudden. Getting off the road and now facing some random tracks and some hills. It just such a good feeling. We are out here now, trying to pathfind to get up this ridge that I was on the other side. Over there, that's how the other sides work. Anyways, point being, I'm now here. There's a cut-off up this way that'll just lead me onto the ridge and up onto the big hills. Something I am finding really interesting is about how different a path will look when you're on it versus looking at it. It's there's definitely a skill involved just for remembering where you are and where you're going. It's just, just feels really cool picking up a new skill. It's just, it just feels really rewarding. I just like the idea constantly of thinking way back when, and what were those people up to? Like, why would someone be coming up this hill? Would they be coming up this hill? Would they be trying to make it to the neighbouring village to warn them of something, or would this just be their commute for church or whatever? Just, I'm here with a 360 camera in hand, a phone, microphone, electrolytes, carbs on me, specific shoes, and what would they have had? A pair of sandals and no hope. I don't know. Just, I think it's amazing to think about. Oh, what a place. What a place. The fact that my map reading skills and the new skills that I was talking about acquiring, they've yet to be acquired. Through the cloud, I should be over there. And instead, I've apparently taken the staircase to heaven. Just, I don't know how I've managed to read that so wrong. Still getting the same elevation, but at least it's made up for the extra distance I ran before by taking a shortcut. And now I can't help but think, well, what's over there? You know, it looks like there's pylons or wind turbines or big sticks over there, but aye, somewhat of a lesson learned. Ah yes, another rewarding view for Douglas. Oh wait, I can't see shit. So this has worked out subpar for running conditions in that I am not. I think that is just the reality it seems for, what the fuck? That is just the reality it seems for exploring the Scottish hillside. Is why, or I mean any hillside really, why would you expect there to be paths everywhere? This has just been like really holy, really rocky, lumps and bumps of grass everywhere. Kind of scared of falling into this fence at the side of me. But in the few moments that I can look up to enjoy it, it is quite enjoyable because it looks real nice. I'm going to swap sides, hold the bus, watch this athleticism. Hey, that's sketchy that, but majestic, I know. It's aye, so I don't want to go up that hill, I want to go round it. That hill, I want to go round it and then follow the fence line. I don't want to go back up the other hill. Okay, so I need to wait until this fence on my left takes a left. Ah yes, if only there were a path to follow going down the hill. So I think that is a harsh reality of running hills. Really anywhere, we're not always going to be able to see a path. Something that is on my mind for all my winter navigation course that I did was, how do you see when you can't see? How do you know where you're going? All this kind of thing. I've been very reliant on my phone today, haven't printed off a map. I feel like I've checked it constantly, got lost twice. It's like, I'm just in the local hills. How will that then multiply the danger factor when I'm away in the Highlands somewhere? So again, it's good practice to be doing this close to home and a pretty rough idea of where I'm going. So the harsh reality of this sometimes, not the best. I want to be positive and say it's good because I'm getting to face the reality of what I'm doing and want to do, but it would be quite nice if I wasn't just walking into a fucking bog to try and avoid stuff. So what's actually happening is I want to be down there, but it's all new trees that have been planted, so it's just big holes everywhere, long grass. I can't see like where I'm going, what I'm doing. I thought from a distance that this was maybe a path, so I was up here, thought this was a path. It is nae, it's just a bit that's been cut away. So the reality is I'm just going to have to make my way through all this down there. Oops, lose it. Nice as that. Wow. That's really nice. So, actually, I'm due to come back here in a few weeks, so I'm going to save the rest of that for when I'm with Frankie. Oh boy. Oh, easy. None but people. Satisfying. So I'm approaching the end of the run. Thank God I am past those trees. What a pain in the arse that was. I'm not sugarcoating that. Pain in the arse. But we're done now. Gravel track the rest of the way back. And there's something weird, or sorry, there was something strange to me about the run when I was coming down the tree area, the tree nursery, whatever you want to call it, and that just felt like I was really in the middle of nowhere, and I couldn't believe that I've just gone from Stobo Castle, disappeared, and then somehow from that point I'm getting back to Stobo Castle. Something that made me feel like one of those people from back in the day of just real adventuring. And again, I mentioned this at the start of the video, I'm happy that I'm now at the point of adventuring, and it's just little moments like that are really just keeping me appreciative of what I'm doing, and it's nice. This has been a pretty good day. Just the fact that I can do it is pretty damn good. So I'm just going to end it here. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you next time.